Digital stories is one of those things where you recognize it. It's one of those formats that it's out there kind of, but you don't see yourself doing that. It sort of looks like, oh, somebody made a video of something. It was the first time that I had done this in a class, and so when I brought it to the students, I said, in fact, we had just talked about it here in the Twin Cities campus, and I brought it back and I said, you know, I think there's this thing I'd like to try with you guys for an assignment. I could have you write a paper, and you guys can totally write a paper if that's what you prefer. And they all chose digital storytelling. And I think that digital storytelling is a way for us to give them a toolbox to be creative in their own lives.
I was following the model of digital storytelling created by the Center for Digital Storytelling in Berkeley, California, and I got interested in that model precisely because it's not academic, it's activist oriented. So I was interested in a model of both giving students opportunities to create skills around video production and enhancing their civic engagement opportunities. And it seemed like that came together really well around digital storytelling.
Overall, students were really engaged with this final product, and they put a lot of personal investment into it. I know in particular a number of them said that they learned far more from engaging in this digital narrative project than they would had they had to take a final exam, right? And this for us, this took the place of a comprehensive final exam, and so we could have given them a multiple choice exam over 93 readings, but we decided not to, and we wanted them to put their creativity, their investment, their energy into this digital narrative project.
To be defined as a digital story, we have to think it has to have narrative. It has to think about telling a story and the elements of narrative in ways. And it has to extend that narrative, I think, across multiple platforms. It would be nice for it to engage multiple forms of communication or media, so that graphics perhaps, but also photos, also video, as well as text. And I think it also should be interactive. In other words, it's not something that we just kind of like start up our computer and watch. It allows us to kind of follow those different texts according to our choice, but in such a way that while the narrative may not be playing out in a linear manner, those elements add to our understanding of that story in some way.
There's something about a multimedia project where the students have to do those higher level thinking skills, a la Bloom's taxonomy, where they have to absorb the information, integrate it, and then be able to turn around and communicate it in this multimedia fashion that is a powerful educational experience, even if the final product, they're still learning about using those tools.